For Hakan Tastan and Turan Topal, two best friends, enjoying a casual walk on the streets of Istanbul has taken on new meaning. In the next couple of months, the two converts from Islam to Christianity could face the prospect of spending the next 3 years behind bars.
But we are not afraid because we know that our love for Jesus Christ takes away all of our fears. Even if we die, we will be rewarded in heaven with eternal life.
On November 23rd, a criminal court charged the men under Article 301 of the Turkish Penal Code for allegedly insulting Turkishness and inciting hate while, quote, trying to convert other Turks to Christianity.
We are not guilty, but yes, we do share our faith because the Bible tells us that we are free to talk about the love of Christ to anyone who asks for it.
Article 301 has been widely criticized by human rights groups for restricting freedom of speech. European officials have demanded Turkey amend the article if it hopes to join the European Union. Tastan and Topal's case goes to trial in January. The status of Christians in Turkey has long been difficult. Converts here are often viewed as spies for America. Those caught sharing the gospel are often detained. And those who convert to Christianity are accused of betraying Turkish heritage.
We are all Turks and proud of it. God created humans in His likeness, including the Turkish people.
Turkey is a secular republic and the constitution provides for freedom of religion. Still, Christians face discrimination. Non-Muslims are barred from joining the police force or the military. Top government positions are off limits to them. Ironically, Christianity has deep roots in what is today Turkey.
Right behind me is the Grand Hagia Sophia. You know, when it was built back in 530 AD, the Hagia Sophia stood as the largest church in all of the Christian world. In fact, it was so for almost 1,000 years. But that lasted only till about the 15th century, because then the Ottoman rule came into power and the Ottoman rulers took over the church and converted it to a mosque, and today you see surrounding the Hagia Sophia 4 or 5 huge Muslim pillars.
In 1935, it was turned into a museum. Some radical Muslims are demanding that the building be declared a mosque and open for Islamic prayers. Some also see the Pope's visit to the Hagia Sophia today as a sign of Christian ambitions to reclaim the structure as a church.
Back in the 20th century, Christians made up about 20% of the Turkish population. Today, however, Christians make up 0.6% of the nearly 66 million people who belong to this nation.
There are an estimated 3,500 evangelical Christians here in Turkey. The majority of Turks are Muslims, and their houses of worship are mushrooming all over the place, often paid for by Saudi Arabia. Last count, there were 70,000 mosques dotting the Turkish landscape, but the government does not allow the building of new churches. Just ask Ahmet Guvener what happened when he tried to build a small church in the southeastern region of Turkey.
I was tried in a criminal court and given a sentence of 6 months to 2 years in prison. The case was eventually dismissed.
But the hardships continued.
There was so much press about my case. People were accusing us of all sorts of things. This wore us out as a family.
Many Christians are forced to worship in so-called apartment churches. Despite these challenges, the church is experiencing some growth.
We see more young people who are becoming Christians. Internet evangelism, Bible distribution, showing the Jesus film and Christian programs on satellite television are exposing people to the gospel.
On Tuesday, the Pope met with Turkey's highest-ranking Muslim leader and appealed for greater religious freedom and protection for minority faith groups. The pontiff said guaranteeing such rights are needed for building a just society. Tastan and Topal say their case will test Turkey's commitment to building such a society.
We'll see what happens during our trial in January, and whether this nation really believes in the principles of human rights and religious freedom.
George Thomas, CBN News, Istanbul.